Heat on the chrome, buy you breath in the night. Street lights bending where the city ignites. Concrete shining like it's working late. Purple dust dripping down 288. Third ward murals, west time a glide. Every block got a rhythm you feel inside. Slow cook pride in the neighborhood air. If you ain't from here, you can't learn that flair. Freeways twist where the night runs deep. Every exit got a memory we keep. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star Heat waves rising off the loop at noon. Old school rides humming one slow tune. Inner walls painted with dreamers fire. Downtown breathing like a live wire choir. Space city mindset, aim high, don't fold. Old heads talking about the days ago. Sunrise glows on refinery lines. Every struggle here sharpens a spine. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. 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 Under moonlit bridges we gather and roar. The streets hum back in language we adore. Built to lift each other when the waters rise. That's Houston heart. No disguise, static than a spark from the late night DJ. Guitars chugging like a freight on the bay. Sunnyside grit, heights at dawn. Every neighborhood thread keeps the legacy strong. H-Town, where the glow runs late, where the hustle hits hard and the people stay great. Wherever I roam, wherever I stray, H-Town pulls me back like a tide in the bay. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this great big flat basketball court known as the Go Dome. No matter where you go, you're under the dome, baby. If you're not a Rockets fan, you're not a Texans fan, you're not an Astros fan, I hate to be the one to let you know, but the only space that exists is owned by Houston. We all live under the dome, baby. The Astro Dome. We are all under the authority of Houston. I had a friend back in, well, I'll say a friend. He was a coworker. He was a funny guy, though. Back in Louisiana when I lived there for much of my life. I worked with him. One of my first jobs, actually, started off working as a server at Applebee's, and I switched to server trainer. I started doing hosting, server training, serving tables, and host training. And then I started doing bartending. I was continually moving up, and I could have gone into management, but, you know, there are multiple reasons why that wasn't my path. But during that time, I can't remember his name, though. I met a guy there that most everybody liked very much because he was so hilarious. He was just always saying funny things, and it seemed like nothing could ever bother him. It didn't matter. He didn't care. It's like if everybody was not tipping and everybody was kind of, all the customers were being lousy and we were very busy and everything was going wrong, he was still cracking jokes and just making light of the situation. He was a very funny guy, but when he found out that I was, that I lived many years in Houston, that I was a Houston fan, he said something about where he used to live because he was not from that area. And I can't remember if it was New York or where it was at, but there was like a street or something named Houston, but they called it Houston. So he was always calling me Houston. He was saying, "What's up, Houston?" That was his nickname for me, Houston. I forgot that I had the NBA scoreboard on. But I need to take my starting soon off the screen. There we go, that's better. And I know that I don't have 39 viewers right now. Let me fix that. Should be correct now. Let me see. It is. We have 3 viewers. We never start the Rockets broadcast off with 39 viewers. I was about to say that will never happen, but that's not necessarily true. It just will not happen right now. They are warming up. They just had the national anthem, but right now, I think we can take a look at some of the NBA scores, other scores that are going around the league. There are many games today, just 5 games. But we can take a look, and I'll read the scores off to you. For those of you who can't see them, I'll read them all. Hey, Texas Grass. Texas Grass San. Since I'm in Japan, that's what your name would be. It wouldn't be Mr. Texas Grass. It'd be Texas Grass San. Texas Grass San, welcome in for the H, baby. Had a great win yesterday for the Texans. It was an expected win, but it was a nice, solid win. Great performance by the offense for those of you who didn't really get to see it or see the highlight. The defense were pretty soft, giving up 20 points, but maybe they needed kind of to rest and lay back a little bit. But, you know, D'Amico did say, the coach, he did say that he wasn't very enthralled with the defensive performance, and I was so happy. I felt vindicated when he said that, because I was getting reamed by so many people in some of the live chats for saying the offense did much better and it was nice to see them improve, but if they had played the same level on defense and offense against a good team, they would have lost that game. Especially because of the defense. The defense just kept letting the Cardinals kind of hang around and hang around and hang around a little too long. And they continually had opportunities to kind of get right back in it, and they didn't, which is good. But the Cardinals are not a good team. If we had been playing a good team, the script would have been different. I think we would have scored 10 less points at least, and the other team would have scored at least 10 more. We could have lost it or gone into overtime. But a lot of other Texans fans were just jumping all over me about it, and they didn't understand my point. But then D'Amico came out and started talking about his the underperformance of the defense and his dissatisfaction with that. And I was like, yes, the freaking head coach himself felt the exact same way I did. Good for you. That made me feel so good. So screw all of you people out there who thought that my opinion about the defense was so bad. Let's see here. Right now in the fourth quarter, there's only a minute left, and Detroit is up over Boston, 110 to 105. That's a close one. First quarter's almost over, and Dallas is over Utah, 41 to 37. Is that right? Holy cow! 41 and 37 in the first quarter? Dallas and Utah? Man, what a score in that game. They're going to score close to 200 points if they keep that up. Fourth quarter with just under 5 minutes left, Toronto is beating Miami 95 to 87. And the other 2 games that are on the slate for today are, of course, this one, Houston and Denver. And then about an hour later, Memphis and the LA Clippers will be playing. But as for now, we are at Ball Arena for some ball. Okogie, Thompson, Şengün, Smith, and Durant are in the lineup. They started off with the Rockets. Murray, Johnson, Jokic, Jones, and Watson will be in for the Nuggets. The ESPN matchup predictor says this is about a 50-50 game. Whoa, I didn't mean to have the... I've had the audio on. I didn't mean to have the audio on. Didn't mean to have the game audio on. Let me get this back on the scoreboard. Rockets get the tip. Durant with the ball. Let's get this party started. Lots of action going on in the lane. People setting lots of picks. He gets the ball to Smith in the lane. He goes around, loses the ball to baseline, gets it back, dribbles it out to Şengün on the three-point line. He goes in the... Oh, over to Okogie for three, and it's nothing but net. 3-0 Rockets. That's where we'll start. I thought Şengün was going to take it all the way in, but he wisely threw it out once he got three guys on him. Okogie, nothing but net. Denver with the ball on the other end. It looks like Jokic is going to, well, he pulled up for a three. He didn't take it. Now he spins around to try to go inside, tosses it out to the wing, and at the buzzer, they rattle in a three-pointer. The game is tied up. I've got some good new cough medicine, but it's going to take a few days for it to eliminate my cough. Stolen on a bad pass from Şengün to Durant. It's taken down to the other end. Jokic tries to go inside. Knocked away. Good defense there by Şengün. Over to Smith. And that ball bounces. Wow, that bounced off the face of one of the Nuggets on the fast break to the other end. Right in the face, man. Smith lost control of the ball, and he hit one of the Nuggets players right in the face. Wow, ooh, that had to hurt. Wow. Oof. Murray took that one right in the face, but they did say that it went out of bounds on the Rockets, so Nuggets get the ball. It's 3-3 with 10.5 left. Another three-pointer. Whoa, airballed over the rim. Durant with what you could call a rebound. He just catches it. Shot by Durant. Jump shot missed. Jokic with the rebound. Brings it back down. Murray with the ball. Backs up. Goes around in the lane all the way in and makes a layup. No defense at all. Just went right around all the way to the basket and laid it in. Once again, that's that. I'll be glad when they fix that, you know. The soft defense can't be allowing players to just drive all the way in the lane and make layups. That's total crap right there. Şengün on the far side. Whistle. Defensive 3 seconds. $14 seconds on the shot clock. They call it technical? Wow. Durant goes to the line to shoot, and he makes it. 5-4, Rockets down by 1, but they have the ball. 9:46 left in the first quarter. Thanks for joining. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Durant brings it into Okogie. Okogie hands it back to Durant. Durant around to the near side. Whoa! Gets smacked right in the face by Jokic. And he's grabbing his face, grabbing his eye. Man, Jokic hit him right in the face. What is it with these teams hitting each other in the face? First Smith hitting Murray with the ball in the face, and then Jokic hitting Durant with his hand in the face. Durant with the ball at the top of the key, 10 seconds on the shot clock, between the legs to the goal. Goes inside to Şengün, who bobbles it, almost loses it, gets it back. 3 seconds left. He's got to shoot it, fall away, rolls it in. Nice. 6-5, Rockets in the lead. I don't know why they called that a dunk. That was a junk shot. My My program is getting wrong information from the API. Quick jump shot by the Nuggets goes in 7-6 Nuggets. Şengün with the ball on the near side has a wide open jump shot. Easy bucket. Slow setup, nobody contested it. 8-7 Rockets. Murray out to the side, out to the far side for a three-pointer. No good. Şengün has it. Bringing it down. Şengün at the top. Tries to go inside. Pulls up at the foul line. Jokic gives him the move. Hey! Jokic gave him the space. And he was like, hey, man, if you're going to let me shoot it from the free throw line, I'm going to rattle it in. And that's what he does. Rockets by 3, 10-7. 8.5 left in the first. Murray with the ball. Oh, my gosh. Watson, he gives Watson the ball. Watson goes straight down the lane. Uncontested slam dunk. Nobody there to contest it. 10-9, Rockets by 1. Field goals are looking pretty good for both teams so far. Durant with the ball at the top of the key, 10 seconds on the shot clock. He tries to go around, doesn't get it. Tries to pull up for the... Oh, my gosh. Oh. Jump shot. He almost lost the ball. The Nuggets fell away from him. He had a clear shot to the goal, missed it. Jabari Smith couldn't get the rebound. Nuggets back down to the other end. They toss it out to Watson for a 3, but he fakes and goes inside. Comes up short on the weak drop in. Thompson down to the other end. Nice pass to Okogie, who dunks it down on the transition fast break. 12-9 Rockets. Jokic with the ball. Doesn't have anything. Goes over to Johnson for 3. Bricks it off. Şengün with the rebound to Thompson. 7:15 left. Şengün wide open for 3. Knocked that down. Oh, short. But he gets his own rebound. Goes inside. And he fakes the handoff and then lays it in. Terrible rebounding and absolutely zero defense right there on that play by the Nuggets. Şengün makes them pay. But that fast break pass by Thompson to Okogie with the two-handed dunk. And then that rebound by Şengün on the missed 3. The fake pass and lay-in by Şengün causes the Nuggets to call a timeout. We got a 5-point lead for the Rockets right now with 7:05 left in the first quarter. 14-9. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Man, I've had this cough now for about 2 months. I had the same cough last year for 3 months. I wasted so much money on pharmacy over-the-counter medicine and just couldn't knock it out. I had to finally go to the emergency room. And last year I went to a clinic. They tried to tell me that I had asthma. They gave me some kind of inhaler and something else. None of that worked. So I went to the ER and I told the doctor everything that I'd been going through and everything that the clinic said. And I said, none of that's helped me at all. I need something to knock this out. Please give me something to knock this out. And I said, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have anything else except for this urge to cough. It's very minor stuff coming out. And it's just right here. If I touch it and push it, it makes the urge to cough even stronger. And he gave me some kind of powdered medicine and it knocked it out in less than 2 weeks. And I started seeing results within a couple of days. And after dealing with this, struggling with this now for about 2 months, again this year, I finally went to the clinic. I guess I didn't learn my lesson fast enough last year and tried some over-the-counter stuff. So I went to the clinic yesterday morning and I showed the doctor there, told him everything about what happened last year and what I was going through this time. And I showed him the medicine that I took last year. So he gave me 3 medicines. He gave me the same one as before. Plus he gave me like an antihistamine because he said it might also be some kind of hay fever type stuff. And he gave me a 3rd medication also to help knock it out faster. 2 of those medicines are pretty strong and make me drowsy. I take those once a day. Recommended I take them before bed. I did take them in the afternoon yesterday because I wanted to go ahead and get those things kicked in, and I wasn't going anywhere, so I decided it's no big deal. And I'm taking the powdered medicine too. I have to take it 3 times a day. It's starting to make a difference, but I still have a little bit of that cough. It's going to take a little time to get rid of it. But if you hear me mute the microphone, it's because I'm coughing. If I erupt in a cough without muting the mic, I apologize to those of you who are listening. Denver brings it in with 7 minutes left, down by 5. Here we go. Jokic in the lane. He throws it out to the wing. Knocked out of bounds by Durant. The Rockets not letting them easily move the ball around. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson, is that who brings it in? Over to Jokic. Back to, who's that, Murray? Yeah. He goes up and under for the reverse. Another soft, terrible defensive job by the Rockets. 14-11. Houston by 3. I'll get to the live chat in just a moment. Give it a couple of moments. If anyone wants to leave anything in there, I'm about to look at it. Durant from the 3-point line. Looks good. Nothing but net. 17-11. The crowd is quiet right now. 6-point lead for the Rockets. 6:20 left in the first. Murray pulls up for a long 3. Knocks it down. Cha-ching. Comes right back with one. 17-14. They said Murray is shooting over 44% from the 3-point line. Not just this game, just overall. That's freaking outstanding. I wonder what Larry Bird shot for his career, percentage-wise, from the 3-point line. He was something else, wasn't he? Amin Thompson brings the ball down. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Şengün has 8 points right now, 4 for 5 from the field. Smith back to Şengün, over to Durant. Gets double-teamed into Şengün, who goes in the lane, drops it in, nice and easy. Easy peasy Japanesey. 19-14 Rockets. Murray works it around, throws it out to Jokic. Over in the corner. 3-pointer rattles in and out. That was Jones on the 3-point attempt. Şengün over to Durant on the near side. He might be trying. Nope, he goes across. Bad pass to Okogie. It's stolen, but Okogie gets it back on another bad pass by the Nuggets. Goes over to Şengün. Şengün looking around for somebody to go to. He just stands there with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. He's double teamed. He gets it over to Durant at the top. Smith goes in for a shot. Rattles around a little too off. Shot that one from the corner of the foul line. Not a really good shot. A little contested. 19-14 with 5 minutes left. Nuggets are going to shoot a 3-pointer and miss it. Good rebound by Smith. And he throws it out to Şengün, is on the other end of the court. He stops, gives it to Durant. Durant goes into the lane and up. And he tries to get the power layup. He misses it and gets fouled. He grabs his back when he goes down to the court. But he's going to get up pretty quick, so that's good. Looked like he might have landed on his hip a little bit, but he appears to be okay. 4:48 left in the first quarter. Rockets by 5. Durant gonna shoot a pair of free throws. Nothing doing in the live chat right now. Got about 3 viewers still. Hopefully that will climb. Jabari is out. Shepard is in. Both free throws are good. 21-14. Rockets by 7. Jokic has the ball. Murray fakes the 3, goes inside, gets an easy. Oh, yeah, the easy Easy shot inside, but blocked by Durant. Rockets get it, and then it's knocked out of bounds by the Nuggets. Shepherd has the ball now. Adams is also in the game. Shepherd dribbling around. Goes around the pick, shoots the three-pointer. Ooh, rolls it off. Man, I was hoping he'd start off hot. 4 minutes left, 4:15. Murray almost loses the ball, works the baseline, throws it over to his man on the wing, to the top. Jokic for three, nothing but net. 21-17, Rockets by 4. 4 minutes exactly left in the game. I'm sorry, left in the first quarter. Şengün at the top, near the foul line, turns around, finds Adams underneath, loses the ball. Şengün gets it back somehow. Oh, man, they're going to call a terrible blocking foul on Adams there. Adams looking sloppy. He got the ball down low, sloppily handled it, made a sloppy pass, and then fouled. An out-of-control blocking foul. He needs to get his act together, man. We need him to play well. 4 turnovers for the Rockets, only 2 for the Nuggets in this quarter. 3:40 left. Murray brings it down. Hardaway Jr. for 3, misses it. Thompson bringing it down. Goes into the lane, has an easy layup. Oh, he gets around the pick and misses the layup. Now Hardaway back down to the other end, takes a jump shot on the fast break and gets it. Rockets lead down to 2, 21-19. 3:15 left. Shepherd has it. Goes to Adams. Adams had nobody behind him, didn't turn around. Over to Şengün. Şengün fakes the 3. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, look at that! Nice! Lob to Amin Thompson, the alley-oop from three-point land, and Thompson just dunks it down with 2 hands. What a slam dunk. 23-19 Rockets. How beautiful was that? Jokic with the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Shepherd on the defense. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout called. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful move there. Thompson coming around on the baseline from the opposite side. Şengün just throwing it up there from the three-point line. Thompson grabbing it and slamming it down with authority. That was freaking awesome. You know, for all of the health issues that I have related to this cancer issue, I will say this: it was nice to hear and experience the checkup I had yesterday at the ENT clinic. Check this out. I was only there for like 15 minutes. My appointment was at 9 o'clock. I had already done the pre-check-in online. I gave them all of my information. When I got there, all I had to do was let them know how I was going to pay, if I had insurance or not. Right now I don't, so I told them I'm just paying cash or credit, and they said that's fine. Then within just a couple of minutes, I went in to see the doctor. The doctor actually spoke. His English was pretty good. I think that he was probably intermediate to high intermediate English speaker, and that's kind of where I'd say I'm intermediate to I'm not a high intermediate Japanese speaker, but between us, we didn't have to use a translator at all. We could just speak English and Japanese, which was awesome. And he took this, I don't know what it's called. It's a scope that they actually put in your nose, and they run it down your throat a little bit, so he can see inside your nose and see it has a light and everything, and he shows it right on the screen, so you can actually look at it. And he explained it to me, what we're looking at, and he said there's no inflammation in your throat and in your nasal passages and everything, all the way down to your vocal cords. He said everything looks completely normal and healthy. And he said, so you don't have to worry about any kind of disease being in there. There's no evidence of cancer or anything like that, and there's no illness. You have no illness at all up here. So he agreed with me that the medicine that I got last year. It was a good choice for me. And he re-prescribed it for me. But that was the first time I've ever experienced that. Have you ever been to an ENT where they actually put the scope in and had you look at it on the screen and you can actually see inside of your nose and your throat and your vocal cords as you're speaking and stuff? That's the first time I've ever seen that. And it was so cool. And it felt really weird. And when he pulled it out, I was like, oh, that's so strange. That's so strange. What a strange feeling. I will say much better than the stomach thing they put in my stomach when I went in for surgery many, many years ago. That was painful. That's a much different tube. And they were not nice and easy and gentle. They were opposite. And they made it clear that they were not happy with me. Now, I could explain why later, but right now, let's get back to the game. 2:20 left in the game. Jokic with the ball, 9 seconds on the shot clock. He's working against Adams. He gets into the lane. He's going to shoot a jump shot. Rolls it off. Nice. Good basic defense there by Adams, not fouling him. Good job. Thompson brings it down. Smith wide open for a three. Yes! It's good. First good open wide open shot for Smith, and he knocked it down. 26-19. Rockets up by 7 again. Oh, Adams knocked the ball away from Jokic, and he was called for a foul. Oh, man. Adams is laughing about it. 2:12 left in the first quarter. Rockets need to clear 30 points here to satisfy me, but they've been playing pretty well. I'm not going to complain against the Nuggets. 26-19 at the moment. Come on. Jokic has it. He only has 5 seconds to shoot. He takes a terrible three-point attempt and breaks it off. Durant with a long rebound brings it down. They're going to slow it down. It was 2-on-4. He brings it inside. Look at that. Durant pushes inside a little bit and goes for the running jump shot. Misses the shot, but gets the foul. He'll go to the line again and shoot 2. Rockets with the opportunity to go up by 9 here in the first quarter. Jack in the Box commercial. Anything going on in the live chat? Let's see. Hey, Brendan, good to see you. Welcome in. Yeti says, watching NFL on another channel, but thought I'd stop in and say what's up. Throw you a like and comment. Thank you so much, sir. Hey, Yeti, can you give me an update on the game? I know there's a game going on, but I haven't taken a look at it, if you don't mind. You sound American to me, bro. I am. I definitely am American. Well, if you like, I could change my accent up just a little bit. You know, could call a game like this, Governor. Let's see here. 1.5 minutes left. Jokic with the ball. 7 seconds on. No, that's Valjunas. Spin around jump shot over Adams makes it. 28-21. Rockets did have the 9-point lead after Durant making both of his free throws. He's 4 for 4 now on his free throws. Good job there. Speaking of Durant, he's got the ball right now. Right by the foul line, pushing it in, spin around jump shot. It's in all day long, baby. Spin around, fall away jump shot. That's the calling card right there. 30-21, Rockets by 9. Durant has 10 points in the first quarter, 2 for 4 from the field and 5 free throws, actually. I forgot about the technical that he shot earlier. So he's 5 for 5. Reaching in foul there on Jabari Smith as he tried to steal the pass. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Valanciunas was the man that he fouled. Jokic on the far side. He leans in, lays it up. He forces the layup, rolls it off and misses it. Thompson on the fast break goes down to the other end. Durant gets it, throws out to Smith for 3. Rattles it off. Tapped back, but missed by Thompson. Thompson looking for a foul, doesn't get it. 3-point attempt by Hardaway Jr. on the wing, and he has it. He knocks it down. 30-24, Rockets up by 6. 25 seconds left in the first. Durant slows it down, has it on the Nuggets logo. I almost said the Luggets. Might as well be the Nuggets. Shepard on the left side. He tells him to get on. Smith goes out to Thompson, wide open for three. Breaks it off. Can't brick off a wide open three, man. Oh, it's stolen. Oh, Shepard doesn't get it off in time, though. The buzzer goes off, and that's the end of the first quarter. Great steal there at the end, keeping the Nuggets from getting a shot. But a pretty solid first quarter against the Nuggets, 30-24. They led by as much as 9. Right now, it's a 6-point lead. Let's take a look at the top performers of the game so far and what they've scored off the bench as well. Let me pull up the info. Pull up the ye old info. Durant with 10 points. Şengün with 10 points, both in the first quarter. Great stuff right there. Durant and Şengün have 66% of all the Rockets' points. Smith has 3 points. He's 1 for 3. Knocked down a three-pointer earlier. Okogie's 2 for 2. 5 points. Three-pointer and a jump shot. No, I'm sorry, a dunk. My bad. Thompson has 2 points. The only 2 points he has was the alley-oop from Şengün. Adams and Shepard have only been in the game 4 minutes each. They don't have any goals. Shepard has only attempted 1, a three-pointer, and missed it. Let's take a look at the team rebounds. 13 for the Rockets, 7 for the Nuggets. So the Rockets far out-rebounding the Nuggets, but not capitalizing on it nearly as much as they should be, being up only by 6 points. Turnovers, let's take a look at those. Total turnovers for the Rockets, 4. Nuggets, 2. Steals, Rockets, 2. Nuggets, 2. I'm not going to complain about that first quarter. Second chance points should be higher, considering that the Rockets have more rebounds, but I'm not going to complain about it. Let's see here. Texans. Did any of you see that Texans game? I called it. If you're interested, you can always go back and listen to the replay or watch the replay on my channel. But man, they were, of course, were expected to win, and they're expected to win against the Raiders and the Chargers. So technically, the Texans should be at 11-5 within the next 2 games. So what we need to happen is we need the Colts to lose, of course. And it sure would be nice if Jacksonville would start losing. They just keep winning for some reason. Oh, it's Miami and Pittsburgh that's playing right now, right? Okay. Yeah, that game looks pretty much decided. I couldn't remember who was playing, but I knew that there was a game going on. Yep, I'm definitely American, but I haven't actually been in America for basically over 7 years. It's been a long time. My daughter and my brother came to visit me for the first time a couple of days ago, and they only spent 2 days here. They gave me the reasons why, but I still don't completely understand it. All right. A nice block there by Capella. Şengün gets it, gives it to Smith. Smith brings it around the pick back to Şengün on the far side. Şengün backs it in, double team to Smith. Loses it inside. Nuggets bring it down. 30-24. 11-10 left in the second quarter. Over to the wing, three-pointer. Bounces off. Reed gets the rebound. The Reed-bound. Reed-bound Shepard. He dribbles around. Double team there for a minute. Gets it over to Şengün, over to the wing. Holiday wide open. Knocks it down. That's what I'm talking about. Knock down those wide open shots, man. When you got time to set up and shoot that, you got to knock those down. 33-24, 9-point lead for the Rockets. 10:30 left in the second. Johnson goes over to the side. Omalajunas, baseline jumper turnaround is good. 33-26, 10:20 left. Şengün bringing it down. Smith on the left side, Shepard on the right side. Holiday comes up for the pick. Şengün tries to go around it, nothing doing. Pulls up for the shot at the foul line, and it rattles off just a little too short. I think that's Hardaway with the ball. Big. Oh, are you kidding me? Holiday fouls on the three-point attempt. And he's going to be shooting 3 foul shots at the line. Oh, that's Hardaway Jr. that shot that. For some reason, I was thinking Hardaway Jr. had the headband on, but I was incorrect. First free throws in. 33-27 Rockets. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Makes the second. He'll have one more. And he rattles in all three with that last shot. So 33-29, Rockets by 4. Shepard brings it down. Şengün with the pick. No. Passes it over to Şengün. Holiday. Back to Shepard. Shepard brings it around. Running jump shot. Bounces it off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Not the best shot. Hardaway with the ball. Oh. Wow, Hardaway elbows. Hardaway elbows Holiday right in the face. And then they call a foul against Holiday. Luckily, the Nuggets missed the shot. The Rockets get the ball back, but what a stupid call by the refs. Capella has the ball. Hands it off to Shepard. Shepard goes inside. Running layup. High off the backboard. Misses it. Nuggets get the ball. Man, what's with the running shots? Why can't we get a setup shot? Easy shot on the other end for the Nuggets. And now they're within 2 points. Come on now. Take better shots. Better shot selection. The Nuggets have 14 points off the bench. The Rockets only have 3. That's not good. Shepard for 3. Bricks it off. Şengün with the rebound. Inside to Smith. Goes inside, lays it in. They left a clear path after the rebound, so he took it in. 35-31 Rockets. 8.5 left here in the second quarter. Rockets do have a slightly better field goal percentage, though, at 50% compared to 46% for the Nuggets. Nuggets get it inside. Totally blocked. But he gets the ball back, and he has a guy wide open under the goal. Dunks it down. 35-33. Rockets by 2. Shepard looking for a way in. Finally dribbles inside. Is wide open, but he passes off to Capella, who puts the shot up but is fouled. Terrible shot. But he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Valanciunas with that foul. That's his first. 6 people watching right now. That's life support numbers. I need more than that. I need more viewers than that. Misses the first free throw. So another thing we got to do is make them free throws. 35-33. Come on now. Come on, Capella, make that free throw. It's good. 36-33 with 7:45 left in the second quarter. Murray brings the ball down to Hardaway. Back to Murray. Gets knocked over to Hardaway for a deep three-pointer. It's an air ball, goes out of bounds. Thompson with the ball at the top of the key, 7:20 left in the second. Now over to Şengün on the far side. He's trying to back it in. Gets into the lane, cradles the ball, spins around. They're going to call an offensive foul on Şengün. I'm not sure what they were calling, maybe pushing off. Denver with the ball. Murray with the ball at the top of the key. And now they're going to call an offensive foul on Valanciunas for a foul on a moving pick. So 2 offensive fouls in a row. Shepherd brings the ball down. Exactly 7 minutes left in the quarter. Holiday with the ball at the top of the key over to Capella. Hands it off to Shepherd. Shepherd for 3. Quick three-pointer off the front of the rim. Another bad shot by Shepherd. He hasn't made anything. Valanciunas with the ball. Picks it up, doesn't have anywhere to go. Finally hands it off to Hardaway. Hardaway gets inside, lays it up, and it rattles in. Good soft defense there, Rockets. We got a 1-point lead now. Thompson all the way over to Shepherd for another three-pointer off the front of the rim. Shepherd can't buy a bucket right now. They said Hardaway's leading the Nuggets right now. He has 10 points off the bench. Valanciunas fakes the three-pointer, gives it to Murray. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He brings it all the way around, throws it to the other side, inside to Valanciunas for the turnaround jumper, and it's good. Nuggets take the lead, 37-36. They were down by 9. Now they're up by 1. Thompson goes inside, fakes the shot, goes outside to Reed for another three-pointer, and he finally makes one. Thank God. I guess Shepherd's just going to keep shooting until something falls. 39-37 Rockets with a 2-point lead, 5:40 left in the half. Murray bringing the ball down. Looking for a man to throw it to. I don't know why he picked it up out there. That's a bad decision. Valanciunas comes out and hands it back to him. Valanciunas inside, loses the ball, gets called for reach-in. Somebody gets called for reach-in. I think it was Shepherd. Or was that a timeout? I don't know if there was a foul and then a timeout, or if there was a timeout before the whistle. I didn't get that information. I appreciate everyone being here today. We've currently got about 5 people watching. Wound up getting up to maybe 75 viewers simultaneously with the Texans game, and over 1,000 views in that game the other day. Total views. So that was nice. That was a nice increase in viewers. I suppose that the Texans games will increase in viewers as it gets closer and closer to the playoffs, and that's just fine for me. Glad to see the Texans doing so well, and I'm glad to see more people joining in here. Still pretty early in the season for the Rockets. So I don't necessarily see me getting a ton of viewers. However, I will continue to ask if you're able to, at the very least, like the live stream. Feel free to share it. Share the channel. If you can, and you like what I'm doing here, you can also toss some coin. Send me some donations. I do want to ask a question here for those of you who are interested in football. Will the Texans win out the remaining regular season games? Yes. All of them. No, all but one. They have 3 more to go. They'll win 2. No, they'll win 1, I mean. There we go. All right. Rockets are actually in the top 3 for offensive and defensive rating. Even the Thunder are not in that group. The Thunder are only in the top 5, but they're not in the top 3. Rockets have the best balance of offensive and defensive rating. In my opinion, that's clearly the best in the NBA, but over the past week and a half or so, they haven't been playing to the same level as they started off, First free throw is in, so they did call a foul, a reach-in foul on Shepherd. Murray is at the line. Second free throw is up and in, so he makes both. Nuggets have tied the game again, 39-39. Okogie brings it down. Adams is also in. Durant's back in. And a turnover. Lazy pass. Goes off the hand of Shepherd out of bounds. Nuggets get it. Murray takes the 3. Misses it. And Nuggets get a long rebound. Second chance points. Turnover, shot, miss, second chance points. Murray has the ball, goes in the lane, running jump shot, no good. Thompson gets a rebound. Doesn't really have the fast break, but he tries to go inside, brings it back out to Durant. Durant pushes in a little bit, drops back out, goes back in, gets into the lane, turnaround jump shot, and it's in. Holy cow, no matter how many times I see it, it's just ridiculous. 41-39 Rockets, 4:40 left before the half. Jokic with the ball against Adams. He throws it out to the wing, back to Jokic at the foul line. He spins around and throws a bad pass. It bounces off a couple of guys. Rockets almost get it, but the Nuggets get it back. Jokic has it in the lane. Easy lay-in, but he misses it and then taps it in. Man, Houston got the steal there, and then they lost it. That was ridiculous. Jokic actually only has 5 points right now. That's good. Reed with the ball over to Adams in the lane, to Thompson on the wing, gets in the lane, spins around, backs out. Spins around and goes up and lays it in. Nice spin move around his man. 43-41, and a steal by Shepherd as they try to go down the other end. He gets to Okogie. Okogie goes out to Durant, fakes the 3 to Thompson on the wing. Fakes and goes inside. Oh! Fouled as he goes up for the layup. Doesn't make it, but he goes to the line. Wow, so much action there. Some of it a little sloppy. But Thompson doing a little shake and bake, a little spinning around, a little here and there, makes his first free throw. Jabari Smith back in the game now. 44-41. Thompson now with 5 points. Second free throw incoming. And it's in. Thompson shooting over 90% from the free-point line in the last 10 games or so. The Rockets are 8 for 9 today. 45-41. Murray with the ball, looking for somebody to go to. Goes inside to Jones, who turns around and shoots it before Durant can get there. 45-43. Rockets. Thompson brings it down. Thompson wide. Oh, they knock it away. Good defense by Jokic. Thompson had a wide open jump shot from the foul line, but on the way up, he got it knocked away. And then some terrible rebounding by the Rockets on the missed shot by the Nuggets. They get it from Okogie and lay it in. 45-45. Nonsense. Thompson has it, gives it to Adams at the top of the key. Jones fouls Durant. There's going to be a timeout. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Nuggets have managed to come back largely thanks to their bench. Isn't that pretty crazy? The Rockets starting five do a really good job of jumping out to a 9-point lead, maintain a 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter, start bringing in their bench to give their guys a rest. The starting five for the Nuggets weren't doing so much. They bring in their bench guys. Their bench guys start scoring points, eliminate the lead that the Rockets have, and now the game's tied. And their number one scorer is a bench guy. You know, I've seen this trend several times with the Rockets. I've seen guys who average like 6.5 points per game come in and score 26 or 27 points against the Rockets. I've seen guys who average 11 points a game come in and score 28 or 29 points against the Rockets. What is it with the bench guys on the opponent's team that causes the Rockets to have so much trouble? Jokic has not even 6 points right now, I think. But Tim Hardaway Jr. has more than 10, at least 10, maybe 12. I don't quite get that. Let's see here. I got another message from my sensei that I had while I was in school. Okay, we're trying to set up a time to meet. I'm going to be in another city on Christmas Eve for a Christmas party with my old Japanese language school. And I want to get together with my Japanese tutors for a Christmas meal. So we're trying to arrange that. Stream Astros and Rockets games direct for $20 a month or $200 per year. You know what? You could donate to me or become a member or whatever for far less than that. I can show highlights and previews of the NFL games that I do and not the Rockets, but the Astros games that I do. But I cannot do that for NBA. I'll get a strike. For those of you who are wondering, where are the highlights? Where are the previews? I can't do it. NBA is that strict. They have attacked me once already, and I'm not going to go through that again. Forget that. Hey, Brutus, good to see you. I don't know why, but my layout sometimes says dunk when there's not a dunk. Like a jump shot or something, or a layup. It says it's a dunk. Thompson with the ball. Over to Şengün, who gets fouled on the turnaround jumper. Man, that was a pretty hard foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. The game is tied right now, 45 all, with 2:42 left. The Rockets have only scored 15 points in the second quarter. The Nuggets have scored 21. Şengün makes the first free throw. He scored 10 in the first quarter, and that's his first point right here near the end of the second quarter. And there's his second. 47-45 Rockets. Murray bringing the ball down. Passes over to Jokic for a three-pointer wide open and flushes it down, of course. He's almost at 10 points now. 48-47 Nuggets with the lead. Durant with the ball. Hardaway on defense. Durant looks for someone to go to, finds Smith on the opposite side. Tries to get in the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Terrible turnaround jumper. Misses it. Knocked out of bounds by Şengün, and that's Nuggets ball. Well, Şengün just passed Ralph Sampson for most made free throws in the Rockets. Terrible shot there by Johnson. He tried the three-pointer. Şengün one-on-one on the other end. Lays it up and in, gets the foul. No, they didn't call a foul. He got clobbered, but luckily he makes the layup. 49-48 Rockets. 1:35 left. Jokic with the ball on the far side. Spins around, gets into the lane. Tries to throw it to his man down low, and it hits off the bottom of the glass. He gets it back and just drops it in. Talk about luck. 50-49 Nuggets, 1:20 left. Terrible pass from Durant, gets knocked away. The Nuggets grab it. That's another turnover for the Rockets. Jokic brings it inside all the way to the lane. How many steps can you take, man? He took like 4 steps, and he lays it in. Nuggets by 3. Nobody's talking about it. This is my problem with the NBA. Terrible pass by Thompson, gets knocked out of bounds. No, Jokic has 12 points now. He did have 5 just a few minutes ago, and now he has 12. Thompson's bringing the ball in. Let's pass it better than you did a moment ago. Into Durant. Durant into Şengün under the goal. He gets it knocked away. Somehow it's not a foul. Back inside to Şengün. He forces it up. He's getting really angry and asking the referee where the fouls are. Nuggets take it down to the other end. Jones goes all the way in and gets a layup, of course. This is total crap right now. The Rockets have just decided to shut down and not play any defense and take terrible shots on offense. They're down by 5. Şengün gets a technical because he's still arguing with the refs. Coach is out there too. They might be calling him for a technical if he doesn't stop. He's being warned right now, but he's still out there. It's like he wants a technical. Adams kind of pushes him away. He's like, come on, man, get out of there. I can't blame him, though. Şengün was hammered twice. He was nailed twice. This is exactly what the commentators just said. He was hammered. And they're not calling it, man. And they just got a second technical. So they gave another technical to the coach. So the Rockets start the game off really well. And then now they've just fallen apart. Yeah, they're showing all the pushes and the elbows in the back by Jokic. Nothing called. And that was just one of the two fouls. Murray is going to shoot the free throws, the technicals. 32 seconds left. He makes the first one. Now the Nuggets are up by 6. Now they're showing the other foul. Second free throw is also good. So the Nuggets, who were down by as much as 9, are now up by 7. Şengün and Udoka with technical fouls. Adams will bring the ball in to Thompson, who lets the ball roll to save the clock. 32 seconds left. Now Thompson takes it and goes all the way down to the other end and lays it up and bricks it off. Dunk. Oh my gosh. The Nuggets get it right back and get a dunk on the other end. Johnson is wide open, and now the Nuggets are up by 9. This game is so stupid right now. 20 seconds left. Şengün with the ball on the far side, double teamed. Gets it over to Durant. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Out to Smith, over to Durant. Durant goes inside, takes the jump shot from the foul line. Nothing but net. 51-58. Rockets down by 7. 5 seconds left. Jokic brings it down, and why did he do that? He came running down there and took a running jump three-pointer, but he still had a couple seconds left. He bricks it off. That's going to end the half right there. But the words that I want to use to describe the result of this half, I can't use. I'm going to mute the microphone for a second. There, I said it. Now I need a cough. The Rockets immediately go to the locker room. They don't look happy at all. Coach looks PO'd. Can't blame them. I'm telling you, though, this is, for the people that were wondering, why did I stop watching NBA basketball for so long? Why did I stop watching the Rockets? It didn't have anything to do with the Rockets. It had everything to do with the way the games are called. The fouls are called very arbitrarily. So fouls and rule breaking, like traveling, carrying the ball, walking, things like that. These are called not according to the rules, because the rules are very clear. Once you pick up the ball and you're in the middle of, if you're actually moving, okay, if you're dribbling the ball and you're running and you're going to shoot the ball, once you pick it up, you're allowed 2 steps. But Jokic, for example, earlier took 4 steps. He took 4 steps. It's very clear he took 4 steps, but nobody said anything. And he made the shot. But the only reason he was able to make that shot is because he took 2 extra steps to get to the basket. Once he picked up the ball, all of the Rockets were kind of on him, and then he just decided to take 2 more steps and lay it in. And they let him do that. So clearly he broke the rule. And the referees saw that he broke the rule, but the referees aren't there to enforce the rules in the NBA. They are there to call when they feel like calling or when they want to call, in the moments they want to call. And that's why I say it's arbitrary. It's at the discretion of what the referee wants, not at the discretion of the rules. And it's the same thing with fouls. It's traveling, double dribble, moving your pivot foot, walking, carrying the ball, all of that, plus fouling the other person, offensive and defensive fouls. None of these things are actually called because they're fouls, and they're not called because they're violations of the rules. They're only called because the referee decides to call it. And sometimes there is no foul, and a foul is called. So it works both ways. When there is a foul, there could be, even when it's flagrant, it's not called. And this happens often. But what happens just as often is when there is no foul, it's clean. Like the ball's knocked away, the ball is blocked, or maybe there's a defensive player that takes a charge and there's no foul, but they call a foul. And this is my problem with watching NBA games. You know, I was prepared to play at the college level when I was graduating from high school. I was offered a scholarship to play. And I thought about it, but it wasn't really where my heart was. You know, playing basketball and getting aggressive with guys, and actually at the higher level you play, you know, the more hits and injuries you take. And I just got tired of that. I got tired of having issues with my thumb. My right thumb got injured multiple times. My shoulder got pulled out of joint. You know, my knee got injured. I was getting tired of that kind of stuff, just nonstop. It's just nonstop. But you got to do your best to quickly recover. If I were a bench player or something like that, it might not have been so bad, maybe. But I was a starter, and I was imperative to be on the court. And at that time, things were very different in school. The teachers didn't have any sympathy at all for athletes. They thought they were high and mighty, and that academics was everything. And to me, I'm like a samurai. A samurai is like a balanced person, you know, a person who believes that you should be able to do a little bit of everything. You should do everything pretty well. Of course, your main thing is that whatever your chosen tool, whatever your chosen career is, that should be your specialty. You should be the best at it. So like Musashi Miyamoto, for example, he was a famous samurai in Japan's history. Not a myth, but a real guy, a real samurai. He would fight with two weapons. So he had a long katana and then a shorter one. And he would fight using both of those, two-handed style, very rare. And he was, if not the best, one of the best. And he won many duels this way. But the thing is, that was his main specialty. But outside of that, he was also an artist. He painted. He would write. He was a writer. He wrote books. He would write kanji. He also believed in minimalism. You know, keeping only the tools with you that you used for your life. So even if you were staying in one place or if you were traveling and living in different places, you should only keep with you those things that are required for your craft. But he, like other true samurai, believed in, you know, having balance in every area of your life. And the reason I'm telling you that is because, you know, I felt like for me, now, of course, back then I wasn't thinking of the samurai style. I wasn't thinking of that at all. I was just thinking that, you know, what I really wanted was to do something that I loved to do and that my heart was really into. And to me, basketball was something I did for fun. It was not meant to be my career, you know, the thing that I had to put my all into every single day in order to sustain it and keep going as a career. And but the reason I told you all that is because back to the foul thing and the arbitrary referee calls, when I played basketball, and we used to watch college games. My coach would take us to watch college games. So I got to watch those games too and see the difference. And I even watched higher level high school games, you know, games that were played by more famous schools than my school and the other schools. And I could see that even those leagues had referees calling the games properly. They weren't allowing people to carry the ball like they do in the NBA or, you know, switch their pivot foot. Every single player in the NBA, no kidding, you can watch it. Every single player shuffles their feet and walks every time they touch the ball. 100% of the time, every single time they touch the ball, they're walking, traveling, carrying the ball, all of the above, taking too many steps, and they just let them get away with it. But you couldn't get away with any of those things when I played. And so to me, the NBA became a big joke. because of this nonsense. And there were several videos many years ago about NBA players talking about, what is traveling? We don't know. We don't really know. And they asked the referees. Referees don't really know either. And the reason they don't know is because that's what they're told to do. You know, they're basically told how to control the games, you know. They're not told to if there's a foul, if there's really a foul, call a foul. If there's really traveling, call traveling. If there's not a foul, don't call a foul. That's not what they're taught. They don't even know what they're doing. It's just random. It's arbitrary and random. We got we've only got one vote on the Texans thing here. And 4 people following along. Man, pretty miserable day for viewers today. And this is an important game. Rockets Nuggets. Let's take a look at the scores from around the league. How about that? Maybe that will be more interesting than my rants. All right, here we go. Here's the scoreboard. Of course, we know that the Rockets are down by 7 at halftime. Yay. 58-51, despite having a 9-point lead in the first quarter. With 7:45 left in the first quarter, the Clippers are up over the Timberwolves 15-9. Toronto beat Miami 106-96. Detroit beat Boston 112-105. Dallas is leading Utah 91-86 with 2:57 left in the third quarter. That's what we got going on right now. What time is it here? Let me take a look. It's almost 1 o'clock. Almost time for me to take my other medicines. I need to do some cleaning here in the apartment. But I might actually go out and get a very cheap breakfast. I might get a very cheap lunch. I wonder if there is a joyful restaurant around here. It'd be nice. Hey, there's not one far from here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I remember that one. That's not very far. 35 minutes walking, 18 minutes by bus if I left right now, but I'm going to wait, of course. Bus is just 170 yen. It's basically about $1.20 to take the bus and then walk over there. I might go there after the game. Maybe. We'll see. I kind of want a hot drink, but I still have some tea left right here that's moderately warm. And I don't need any more coffee today. I really need to do some cleaning here, but I don't have the motivation to do it. I'm wondering if I go out, maybe go to the onsen, maybe shave at the onsen, take a break, relax in the hot water. And then come back here, or maybe then eat, come back here, and then clean? Or should I put it off? Should I clean first? Should I force myself to clean first? I could have some miso soup here as a light meal. Wash up all of my dishes. That's the main thing I need to do. I just need to wash my dishes. I wasn't feeling very well. I was busy and I had my cough. My daughter came to visit, and so I was out with them for 2 straight days. So I got behind on some things here. I got caught up on washing my clothes, but I really need to wash my dishes. But if I put off the onsen, the hot spring, until after I wash the dishes, it'll be kind of like a reward, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. It's interesting how I can take the messages from my sensei and translate them with Google, and I can mostly understand what she's saying, but it's not very accurate overall. I have to use the AI. Be so glad when this cough is gone. It feels nice when your sensei compares your work, your novel, to that of Akira Kurosawa. For those of you who don't know Kurosawa, I consider him to be the greatest filmmaker of all time, but he is considered to be one of the top filmmakers of all time in the world. But I consider him to be the best. Even people like Spielberg and Lucas and several other famous American directors, they look up to him, consider him to be the best, like a mentor to them, even. Let's see here. We ready for the third quarter? Where are we at? It looks like we are. We are just getting underway with the third quarter. Here we go. Rockets down by 7. Durant bringing the ball in from the side. Thompson has it. Şengün now with the ball at the top of the key. Over to Durant, who brings the ball around. Goes over to Thompson below the goal. Şengün backs in the lane. Fall away jumper right at the buzzer. It hits the goal, fortunately. Rockets get the rebound. They back it out to Durant. 10 seconds. Underneath the goal to Thompson, who gets a nice turnaround layup. Good shot. 53-58 Nuggets. 11:05 left. Okay. Jokic stopped the game to tie his shoes, and they let him do it. They stopped the clock. They gotta call timeouts for that. That's special treatment right there. Murray goes inside and makes a layup. Terrible defense. 53-60 Nuggets. Thompson with the ball at the top. Thompson goes inside, hands it off to Smith and then to Okogie for three. Three-pointer for Okogie, 56-60. Rockets down by 4. Murray gets on the left side. Terrible pass stolen by Durant. Durant over to Okogie, who's wide open, goes up for the one-handed slam. Nice fast break there, 58-60. Quickly, the Nuggets take it back down the other end, miss a layup. Johnson comes in with the putback and drops it in. Rockets have a great opportunity with the fast break and then absolutely awful transition defense. They were within 2, and now they're back down by 4, 58-62. Grant with the ball. Tosses over to Şengün, who's wide open in the lane. Oh, he rattles it out. Hardaway takes a three-pointer, bricks it off. Şengün with the rebound. Brings the ball all the way down, goes inside. How was that not a travel, but he lays it in. I think Şengün gets away with a travel there. There we go again. 62-60, Rockets down by 2. Out to the wing, Murray for 3. Gets fouled by Durant. Are you kidding me? Murray goes straight to the line. He's going to shoot 3. 3 free throws. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Murray knocks down his first 2, and he knocks down the third one. 65-60. Rockets. 9:16 left in the third quarter. Rockets down by 5. Thompson brings it in. Şengün back to Thompson, who brings it down the court. Murray now has 18 points for the Nuggets. Durant with guys all over him, passes it to Şengün. Finally, a foul is called. Second foul on Hardaway for reaching in. Durant with Hardaway on him. Over to Smith, wide open for 3. Rattles it in. Nice. 63-65. Rockets down by 2. Murray with the ball at the top. Goes around a couple of guys all the way into the basket and then back out. Goes into Jokic. Jokic, who shoots it just beyond the foul line, misses it. Wide open there. Smith brings it down. Over to Şengün. Over to Durant, fakes the 3, goes inside, takes the jump shot. Good. Tied up. 65 all. 8:20 left in the third. 16 points for Durant. Jokic with the ball. Murray fakes the 3, tries to go inside, passes off to Jokic. Somehow he throws it up and in. 67-65 Nuggets. Thompson brings the ball down. Şengün just above the foul arch. Shakes and bakes, goes inside. What do they call? Reach in foul on Jones. 7:54 left in the third. KD goes to the line to shoot a free throw on that foul. Misses it. I think that's his first miss at the line. The Rockets are 10 of 12 from the line. Okogie brings it in. Durant has it. Hardaway on the defense. Out to Okogie. Fakes the three. Goes inside. Takes way too many steps, but finger rolls it in to tie it up 67 all. Jokic trying to rush it down to the other end, looking like a dad bod. Oh my gosh. Wide open, gets blocked by Smith. He tried to go up and slam it down, but he got stuffed by Smith right at the goal. Over to Şengün. Oh, what? How do you not call a foul on that? Şengün with the alley-oop to Thompson under the goal, and he gets clobbered. Nice. Inbounded to Thompson under the goal, and he just dunks it in. So the Rockets get that dunk back. Screw the refs and their lack of foul calling. Man, I don't know about that. That block by Jabari Smith against Jokic was great, but on the replay, it looks like he got a lot of hand. I'd like to see it again in super slow motion, but they didn't show it. But the good news is the Rockets now have the lead, 69-67, with 7:17 left in the third. So they have eliminated that Nuggets lead and now lead the game by a bucket. Brendan says the Texans, I believe, will be undefeated before the playoffs. I think so too, Brendan. I think so too. How awesome! Could you believe that at the beginning of the season when the Texans had lost 3 games? Could you look back? Looking back on that at that time, could you believe that the Texans could be 12-5? 12-5 going into the playoffs? That's pretty crazy. Isn't it funny how 12-5 is terrible in the NCAA, but in football, in NFL football, it's like, hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's enough to get you into the playoffs with a chance to get into the Super Bowl. That's the thing that's different about the big thing that's different between NFL and NCAA, right? You lose the wrong game or you lose too many games and you're out of luck. There's no way for you to get into the college playoff. But in the NFL, you can start the season off with 3 losses. And you can still come back and win the Super Bowl. It's possible. You can also lose against some terrible teams and still win the Super Bowl. But not in college. It's interesting how that works. I appreciate that, Brendan. That's kind of you to say. Brendan says that maybe I'm the good luck charm because the first few games they lost, but when I watched, we won. Yeah, that is kind of true, isn't it? Because I wasn't able to start doing the Texans games right off the bat. But they have turned it around, haven't they? They've turned it around and turned it on. It's nice to see the offense doing better. All right, we're back. 16 points for Şengün, 20 in 23 minutes, 4 rebounds and 7 assists. If he can grab himself 3 more assists and 6 more rebounds, he'll have himself a triple-double. Şengün is always playing around with those triple-doubles. He seems to fall just shy, just short. Every few games, he gets almost a triple-double. Murray bringing the ball down. Or was that Murray on the side? No, that was Johnson that brought it down. Murray's got the ball now, but now Thompson is going to get called for a reach-in foul. No, Jabari Smith gets called off the ball. Thought that was a reach-in on Thompson. Rockets by 2, 7:06 left, 14 on the shot clock. Murray with the ball, tries to go around Şengün, gets blocked. backs up, takes the three-pointer, and makes it. Nuggets up by 1, 70-69. Durant with the ball, 6:45 left in the third. He lobs it into Şengün. Şengün in the lane gets fouled by Murray. Murray is the top scorer in the game with 21. Smith brings it in to KD. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Okogie. Back to Durant. Inside to Şengün by the foul line. Sneaks it in. Tries to lob it up to Thompson for an alley-oop. Gets knocked away by Jokic. Down to Murray on the other end. Gets knocked away by Okogie. Okogie says it was off of Murray, but it's going to be Nuggets ball. They call a delay of game warning on Okogie because he grabbed the ball and didn't immediately give it back to the other team or give it to the ref. But it looks like the Rockets, no, they're not going to challenge it. They're not going to challenge that ball going out of bounds off of Murray. Jokic with the ball on the far side on the baseline. White opens Hardaway for three, makes it. Don't leave him wide open, man. 69-73, Rockets now down by 4. 6:05 left. Thompson over to Smith. Şengün moves inside, takes a jump shot over Jokic, misses it. Tries to be put back by Okogie, doesn't get it. And man, how many times does he have to go up and not get fouled? Okogie gets the third attempt in, but he got crushed on that second attempt. No foul is called. 73-71. Okogie has 14 points now. It's a season high. Nice defense there by Şengün with the rebound. I think that was Jones. Yeah, Jones with the miss. Şengün all the way down to the other end in the lane. Misses it off the glass. And Murray gets it on the rebound. It's 1-on-2 on the other end. He has to stop. Durant and Smith were back. Inside to Jokic. Backs in, spins around, throws it up, and doesn't get the roll. Oh, come on. He gets his rebound and gets totally blocked by Şengün, and that's going to be a foul. He goes to the line to shoot 2. He was completely stuffed right there. I wouldn't have called that foul. That looked like all ball there, baby. He didn't even get the ball up. How do they say that that foul is on Thompson? I don't get that sometimes. Thompson didn't look involved in that play at all on that block, but he got called for the foul. Jokic rattles in the first free throw. Adams and Shepherd come in. Thompson and Şengün go out. Let's hope Shepherd has found his shot and he starts dropping threes like nobody's business. Hilarious that Jokic was picked 41st in the 2014 draft. 41st. Second free throws in. Nuggets by 4. 75-71. Reed over to Durant. He tries to go into Smith. Brown fouls him. .503 left in the third. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Rockets will bring it in from the far side. Baseline. I'm sorry, not the baseline. This just the far side. Smith gets it. Looking inside to Durant. Got him close to the free throw line. Durant pulls up, shoots the jumper, rattles it off. Gets fouled after he's grabbing at his ankle. They're going to take a look to see if it's a flagrant foul. Brown got his foot when he came down. That's one of those things about the NBA rules is if you don't give them space, they come down on your foot. That can be a flagrant foul, and they're going to check it to see if it meets the criteria. The crowds are booing. The crowd is booing, rather. Yeah. Yeah, he left his feet right where Durant came down. Yeah. Caused Durant to kind of twist his ankle a little bit. Yeah, you can't do that. It's going to be a flagrant one, I believe. Yeah, the fans are booing it, but screw them. As a guy who has played a ton of basketball myself, not many things suck worse than coming down on somebody's foot and twisting your ankle. That's their fault, not yours. When you're shooting, they get in your face and they put their feet under your feet. That's their fault, not yours. All right. They're still looking at it, but I don't know why. It's obvious that he came down on it. Yeah, it's been upgraded. They said that he walked under the shooter, creating a high potential for injury to the player. Flagrant foul 1 against Bruce Brown. Durant goes to the line with nobody around to shoot. Sink that free. Yep. Makes that free throw. Jokic has to walk in there after that free throw to try to cause problems. Get out of there, moron. You guys think they're so cool walking in there. They got to stand behind the three-point line, and Jokic is actually crossing the three-point line and trying to walk in there as soon as Durant shoots. He makes both of his free throws. 73-75. Rockets are also in the bonus. Inbounded to Shepherd. Goes over to Durant. Guarded by Hardaway Jr. Over to Shepherd. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Come on, find something good. Durant is double-teamed. He throws it over the wing to Smith. Goes along the baseline, finds Okogie for 3, but he goes inside. Oh, double pump slam dunk, and Okogie goes down to the floor and does a couple of push-ups. Oh my gosh, that was the best thing I've seen in a long time. Okogie goes in, does a double pump. He gets fouled. He makes the dunk and does a push-up when he's on the floor. That was hilarious. The game is tied. Okogie at the line. I really need to cough. Oh man, Okogie misses the free throw. Nuggets to the other end. Murray with the ball. Out to the top, 10 seconds on the shot clock. He pulls up for a 3. Bricks it off. Good job there by Shepherd to knock it over to Okogie so they can get the rebound. Shepherd with the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Durant. The reach in by Murray. Not called. Durant in the lane. Easy turnaround on that mid-range jumper. Swish. Rockets up 77-75. Jokic on the near side to Murray. Back to Jokic. Out to the wing for Hardaway. Rattles out the three-pointer. Okogie with the rebound. Shepherd going to bring it down. 3:35 left in the third. Shepherd over to Durant on the far side. He goes into Okogie, and Okogie misses the ball, bounces off of his hands, and goes out of bounds. Turnover. Jokic with the ball at the top. Looking for somebody to hand it off to. Finally gets it over to somebody. Jones? No, Brown. Brown has it. Oh, stolen by Reed Shepard. He's wide open on the other end, and he dunks it down, baby. Nice steal from Jokic on that lazy pass. Timeout, Nuggets. Great awareness there by Reed Shepard. Brown just tried to hand it to Jokic, and Shepard was the only one who was paying attention. He just knocked it away, ran down to the other end, completely uncontested, dunks it down. Rockets up by 4, 79-75 with 3:00 left in the third. 3:08 left in the third. Man, what was awesome. You should have seen the reaction on Jokic. He was like, oh man, come on. Like, he knew that was an absolutely horrible pass by Brown. That was great. Brendan says, don't tell me hurt ankle, scary shite out of me thinking it's something else. Yeah, I mean, he grabbed at his ankle when he came down, but he was able to quickly recover from it. You know, that's good. Ankles are no joke, but ankle injuries are different from person to person. My ankles are always strong. My ankles are still strong. It's my knees that have never been good. But whenever I step on something or step wrong or something like that, I have a very quick response to pull my foot up, pull my leg up, and keep it from twisting. So I've never really had a serious ankle injury. All the way through basketball and everything. That was the one thing that I just never had. Just occasionally it would get tweaked just a little, but never bad enough for me to have to come out of the game or come out of a practice. The only time that I ever had to come out of a game or out of a practice because of injury was because of my thumb, my shoulder, or my knee. And also one time I got hit in the face and my lip had a big gash in it on the inside against my teeth. And I didn't realize it, but there was blood coming out of my mouth. And I just thought it was sweat because, I was sweating a lot. They had to call a timeout and say, he's bleeding. I was like, what? They had to take me over to the sideline. They had to take me over to the side. Stuff some gauze in there. And that happened probably before the end of the first quarter. And so for the rest of the game, I had to play with gauze in my mouth because even after halftime, it was still pretty bad. It was a big gash. So I played that whole game with gauze in my mouth, and it turned out to be my highest scoring game ever. Scored 36 or 37 points. I had like 8 blocks and more than 15 rebounds. It was a crazy game. That was also my brother's last game. He was a senior, I was a junior. Turned out to be my best game. I really wanted us to win so we could advance. That was a playoff game, but we were eliminated after that loss. The coach told me afterwards, he said, sent the kitchen sink at me. He had guys double and triple teaming me, and it didn't matter. It still scored. Couldn't stop me. I didn't realize that. I was just playing, Jokic is left wide open and knocks the 3 down. 79-78. Durant with the ball on the other end, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it inside, doesn't have the shot, goes down the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. He was surrounded by 3 players. Jokic, Brown, 4 players. They all went scrambling for it. They're going to get Jokic against Durant on the jump ball. Oh, they're going to change it. They're going to say it's not Jokic. Now Hardaway's going to be in for the jump ball. That's right. That's the right call. It was supposed to be Hardaway. Jokic tried to get in there and take it. Durant wins the jump, but he knocks it to Nugget. They get the ball down to the other end. Jokic with it. A foul? No, they stop it because the shot clock needs to be reset. Ball's inbounded. Jokic brings it around Adams, around the foul line, just inside in the lane. Very, very aggressive there. They call a foul on Adams, but Jokic is ramming into Adams. Jokic is ramming into Adams over and over, and then they call Adams for a foul. Jokic is going to go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws. Misses the first free throw. Nice. Come on now. Since the Rockets are in the bonus, they should be driving that ball inside every chance they get. Second free throw is in. The game is tied. 79 up. Jokic now with 20 points. Durant has the ball out on the Nuggets logo. Goes around his man. Back in the lane to Adams, and Adams goes up and lays it in. 81-79. Nice to see Adams finally go to the goal a little aggressively. Jokic has the ball on the near side, throws it way out of bounds. What kind of a pass was that? That didn't go to anybody, across the court and out of bounds. There was nobody over there. That was a terrible pass by Jokic. Fine by me. Turnover. 1:49 left in the third. Shepherd bring the ball down the court. Hands it to Durant. Picked by Adams, but Durant goes the other way. Gets into the lane, takes a fall-away jump shot. Nothing but nets. Nice. 83-79 Rockets. And a three-pointer on the other end by Johnson is good. 83-82. They came right back down and didn't even wait. Just immediately shot a three-pointer. Ridiculous. Thompson with the ball. Plenty of space between him and Jokic. He goes inside, lays it up, and in, gets the foul. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Bonus free throw coming up. 85-82. Foul on Jokic. Thompson misses his free throw. Rockets by 3, 85-82. 1 minute left in the third. Jones over to Jokic. Jokic goes around the pick. Oh, Shepherd tries to go in for the steal. It's called for a foul. Nuggets are now in the bonus, so he'll go to the line and shoot. First free throw is in. Rockets really need this game. Nuggets at home absolutely need to win this game against the Nuggets. They can't find a way to beat the Nuggets, and they're going to have trouble with all of these better teams. Next free throw is in. Rockets up by 1, 85-84. 50 seconds remaining. Durant with the ball. Goes over to Smith. Finds himself open right there at the top of the lane. What happened there? He missed the shot, but there was a foul called. Adams on the rebound. It looks like It was a foul against the Nuggets. Valanciunas has called for the foul. He's laughing about it. He doesn't think that there was any foul, but whatever happened, both he and Adams wound up on the floor. Somebody did something. Free throw is up and breaks it off. Rockets now having trouble making their free throws. Adams is not necessarily the poster child for made free throws. Shepard is coming out. Okogie's going in. Next free throw is in, thank goodness. Rockets by 2, 86-84. 43 seconds left in the third. Jokic bringing the ball down. He bulldozes his way all the way to the goal, gets his own rebound, puts it back in. How do they not call it? How can you just bulldoze through guys and ram into? That's all Jokic's game is. His game is just push guys, elbow guys, bulldoze through them, and he doesn't get called for offensive fouls. Durant for 3 misses the shot, and it bounces out of bounds with no rebound. This game's tied 86-all with 19 seconds left in the third. And Durant was explaining to the ref that he was getting pushed on his hip when he was shooting. What in the world? Jokic trying to bring the ball in. Okogie knocked it away. Jokic was arguing about him reaching over, but ref is like, shut up. Be quiet. Didn't happen. Murray brings it down. 12 seconds left. Okogie called for a foul. Jokic going to shoot fouls again. Why is it that Jokic bulldozes everybody, elbows everybody, pushes everybody, and he's the one that's spending all the time at the line now? He shot 6, most of these in this quarter, and now he's got 2 more. He misses the first one. Game's still tied at 86. Rockets take Okogie out. Shepard and Holiday come in. It looks like they're bringing in their long-distance shooters. Try to get off a three-pointer. There's only 9.5 seconds left in the third. Second free throw is up and in. Nuggets by 1. Adams brings it in. Durant trying to... he pushes his man off. And terrible pass over to Smith. The Nuggets get it to the other end. And Adams can't get back on defense fast enough. Nuggets get it. Adams throws the ball down to the other end and almost makes it at the buzzer, but terrible end to the third quarter. Durant made a terrible pass that got stolen by Brown. Durant made a terrible pass that was stolen by Brown, and Brown took it all the way back down to the other end and laid it up and in right over Adams. It was terrible. Nuggets by 3, 89-86. I'm going to go in here and grab myself some hot water. I'm going to put some hot water on. I'll be right back. Fourth quarter coming up in just a moment. Rockets down by 3. I'm going to leave you guys with the NBA scoreboard while I'm away from the keyboard. I'll be right back. Okay. Blocking foul there by Jokic. Rockets bring it down. Shepard hits the jumper. 93-92 Rockets. Bench points 13 versus 25. Nuggets with a lot of bench points. Whoa! Wow! That was another direct hit to the face by to Şengün, but not called. Reed Shepard with the ball now on the other end. Tosses over to Şengün, back to Shepard, fakes the three, goes inside, passes it off to Thompson. Thompson gets him up. Oh my gosh, they lose the ball. It's a turnover. Murray for three and makes it wide open. 95-93 Nuggets. 9:45 left. Smith brings it into Şengün. Rockets call a timeout. Whoops. I don't have my scoreboard up. Let me switch that over. Anything going on in the live chat? Let me double check. Nothing new right now. Got about 5 people watching. 6. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Got myself some hot water. I didn't get tea or coffee, just hot water. But I think I'm going to pour my hot water into this cup. I have a double-used tea bag in here. So it's going to be very, very weak mint tea. But good enough for me. If it's good enough for thee, it's good enough for me. All right. I wonder what the viewership will look like on these live streams once the Rockets start getting towards the playoffs, you know? 9:36 to go in the game. Rockets and Nuggets have been fighting back and forth this whole time. I think I need some lip balm. I use this Japanese-made mentholatum lip balm. It's really nice. I like it. They have a couple of different types. One is medicated. But I really like it. Especially because the smell from the lip balm goes up into my nose. Helps to clear the nasal passages, you know. I do appreciate everyone being here today. What are these scores around the NBA? Any other games finished up? Dallas and Utah tied at 129 in the fourth. Close game. That's been a high-scoring close game. Clippers and Grizzlies in the third quarter, it looks like. 56-48. Grizzlies are winning. We are back. They're showing Jabari Smith's three-pointer, which I missed because I was getting my hot water. But since then, things haven't gone quite the Rockets' way over the first minute and a half or so, so they called a timeout. Now Smith is on the bench, putting a shirt on, trying to stay warm, I guess. Inbounded to Shepard, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Hands it to Şengün. Şengün looking for somebody, doesn't see anyone. Goes in the lane, spins around, tries to put it up and in. Nice! Şengün puts his hands up in the air, and he's like, finally, I got a foul. He got into the lane. did the spin move. Actually, he got fouled basically 3 times. He gets pushed off. Then he goes in, spins around, gets fouled again, misses the shot, goes up again, gets fouled a 3rd time, and finally they call it. The game is tied right now at 95. Valenciunas goes out. Free throw is missed. So Şengün tied it up with that layup, but couldn't make the free throw. Murray brings it down, guarded by Shepard, hands it off to Jokic. Back to Murray. Behind the back in the lane to Jokic, who rattles out the jump shot, but gets his own rebound again. I mean, how many times do they have to let him do that? Misses the first shot, gets his rebound, and drops it in. 97-95 Nuggets. 8:45 left. Shepard at the top of the key. Okay. Durant and Jokic pushing each other. It looks like the foul is on Jokic and then another foul on Durant for returning the push. Yeah, Jokic just destroys Durant with a blatant foul and gets called for it. Durant pushes him back and gets called for a foul too. Ridiculous. Murray goes to the line to shoot the technicals. Or the technical, rather. He makes it. 98-95 Nuggets. Three technicals on the Rockets today. One on the coach. Şengün and Durant. Rockets are going to bring the ball in. Pretty stupid. Why didn't they give Jokic a technical for shoving Durant like that? Right in the chest. Şengün brings it down to the baseline, back out to Durant. Durant goes inside, back out to Shepard. Deflected, but he gets it. Shepard fakes, shoots the jumper, and it's short. Rockets don't get the rebound. 8:30 left in the fourth. Murray brings it down to the other end, fakes the three-pointer. Hands it to Jokic, back to Murray. Murray on the baseline, all the way around. Almost loses it. Takes it back out to the top. Goes back into the lane. Lays it up. Misses the shot. Okogie gets called for a foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. These refs really are a joke. First free throw from Murray. It rattles in. 99-95. Nuggets. Johnson goes out. Hardaway Jr. comes in. Second free throw's in. 100-95 Nuggets up. Şengün back to Thompson, who'll bring the ball down. Şengün now at the top, hands it off to Shepard. Shepard goes around the pick, goes inside, over to Şengün on the wing. Terrible jump shot off balance by Şengün, rebounded by the Nuggets. 7:50 left in the fourth. Murray with the ball, dribbles around, goes to Jokic at the top. Hands it off to Jones. Back to Jokic. Leans in and gets totally blocked by Durant. Durant with the awesome block. Goes all the way down to the other end, lays it up, and misses it. But Thompson with the rebound under the goal gets fouled by Jokic. Wow. Jokic tried to shoot a really long three-pointer, but Durant was all over him, so he tried to lean in and shoot it, and Durant completely blocked it. All ball. What a beautiful play by Durant. So beautiful. Thompson goes to the line to shoot a pair, and that's in the first one. 97 to 100. I'm sorry, 96 to 100. Thompson with 13 points this game. Make that 14. Second one rattles in. 97 to 100 Nuggets. Murray brings the ball down. Picks up the ball. Throws it over to Jokic. Back to Murray. He goes inside, throws it out to Jokic. Tries for three, but goes inside. Doesn't have it. Turnaround jumper. And somehow he gets the rainbow, the turnaround jumper from the foul line. Ridiculous. 102 to 97. Thompson brings it inside, gets it to Şengün. Has it knocked away, has it stripped. No fouls called. Inside Okogie, over to Thompson. He's double teamed and fouled on the shot. Nothing called. Shepherd for three. It's good. Thank God. Rockets are getting clobbered under the goal and nothing is getting called. 100 to 102. Rockets down by 2. Shepherd is up to 10 points. Nice. Another block on Jokic as he goes to the rim. Shepherd bringing it down. Goes all the way to the lane. Lays it up. Rattles it out. Thompson with the rebound. Over to the wing. Shepherd brings it in the lane. Leans in. Gets it knocked away. It's going to be Rockets ball under the goal. Wow. Rockets are in the bonus right now. 100 to 102. Rockets down just by 2. The ball has been moved around so much. Thompson to the top. Şengün fakes a three, gives it to Durant. Durant goes inside over to Şengün. Şengün out to the wing. Okogie for three. Oh, he misses it. Nuggets with the ball. Jokic over to Murray, all the way down to the other end. Gets blocked by Durant at the goal. Thompson to the other end. 2-on-2. He goes inside. He's blocked. Murray gets the rebound. Back to the other end. Throws it out to Jones, who hands it back to Murray. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He goes inside. Back to Jokic for a wide open three. He gives it over to Hardaway Jr., who bricks it off. Şengün brings it down. Man, what a crazy game. He goes all the way inside. Spin around move. Looks for the foul. Misses the shot. Wondering where the foul is, and it gets called really late. Crowd is booing. Foul on Jokic. Nuggets by 2. Şengün is going to shoot 2. First one is in. Crowd is booing big time right now. But that was an easy jump shot Şengün would have made if he hadn't been fouled. But I'm surprised that they called it at all. However, it took them forever to call it. After the shot went up and it rattled out, that's when they called it. Second free throw is in. Good. Game is tied 102. Come on, let's go Rockets. 5:20 left in the fourth. Murray brings it down. Murray goes inside, has a path to the goal, misses the shot. They're fighting for the rebound. They're going to call a foul as they're fighting for the rebound on Jabari Smith. I don't know what in the world is going on there. Nuggets are going to take it out on the side. Jokic has it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for Murray. Murray's guarded by Şengün. Murray brings it to the three-point line. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He tries to get inside. 1 second. And it's too late. They get it up too late. Nice. Shot clock violation. Good defense there by the Rockets. Durant brings it down with 4:50 left. Deflected pass to Shepherd. Back to Durant. Back to Shepherd for three. No good. Oh my gosh. Okogie fouls Jokic on the rebound. Okogie reached in and Jokic threw his head back like he got nailed, but that didn't actually happen. It was just a reach in by Okogie. He didn't come anywhere near his face, but Jokic completely sold it with his acting. Hardaway's going to bring it in to Jokic. The game's tied 102 with 4.5 left in the game. Over to Hardaway Jr. on the side. Jokic has it against Şengün. He's trying to push inside. He gets into the lane, knocked away by Şengün, but he gets it back. Oh my gosh. Jones tries to shoot it up and he gets fouled. He's going to go to the line. Four team fouls against Houston. He rattles in the first free throw. 103-102 Nuggets. Rockets have had a couple of opportunities to take the lead and have just blown it. Misses the second one, rebounded by Smith. Nuggets by 1. 4:15 left in the fourth. Durant brings it down, goes to Şengün in the lane, and they're going to call an offensive charge on Şengün against Hardaway. Either way, it was Şengün traveled anyway. I don't care about that call. He traveled. But that's an offensive foul. Şengün picks up 2 fouls in a row. 103-102. Murray with the ball. 15 seconds over to Jokic. Jokic at the top. Looking to hand it off. Nobody there. Spins around. Şengün is on him. He goes in the lane. He's elbowing Şengün. And they're going to call a foul against Şengün. And he makes the jump shot. He makes the turnaround shot after elbowing Şengün in the chest, which is what Jokic does every single freaking game. When I watch this guy, I kid you not, that's all he does is elbow and push players in the chest. And they just don't call it. Why? Why does he get special treatment? And he misses the free throw. Good. Rockets down by 3, 105-102. Durant with the ball, 3:40 left. Durant goes in the lane, passes it over to Smith. Back to Durant, to Şengün. Şengün brings it inside, spins around, looks for somebody, doesn't have anybody. He takes the fall-away jumper, and it's nothing but net. 104-105. Jokic bringing it down, hands it to Murray. Murray almost loses it. Jokic decides to shoot the three and makes it. They left him wide open, and he just shot it. 4-point lead for the Nuggets, 108-104. Thompson brings it down, tries to go inside, backs it off, hands it to Durant. Durant gets it inside, pulls up for the jumper, misses it. Rockets try to rebound it, don't get it. Murray to the other end. Johnson is fouled with a reach-in on Şengün. That's 4 fouls on Şengün. 5 team fouls for the Rockets. You know what? I couldn't be more aggravated with the referees. I'm telling you, I really can't stand players like Jokic. The last time the Rockets played the Nuggets, it was the same crap. Jokic is not a great player. I don't care what anybody says. He's not a great player. And here's the reason why. Okay, first of all, he's not fast. He's not a fast break guy. He can't run fast. He can't dribble fast. He's got a big body. He's fat. And I wouldn't say he's necessarily strong. I don't think he's a weak guy, but his main strength is that he's big and fat. And he's constantly elbowing guys and pushing them off with his arm, with his forearm. He's constantly, he turns around to shoot, and he right before he shoots, he uses his forearm to elbow them right in the chest and then shoot. And they don't call him for it. He was doing that in the last game through all of the Rockets game. And he's doing it again in this game. And they don't call him for it. He does it on rebounds, on defense, and on offense. And he doesn't get called. What's crazy is one of these last shots that he made, he turns around, he elbows Şengün, he goes up to shoot, then they call Şengün for a foul. Explain that to me. I want somebody to explain it to me. This is my frustration with the NBA. They're not actually calling the real fouls. They're just calling what they want to call. Brendan, I'm with you on that. They got to please beat this team. They have to beat this team. If they cannot get past the Nuggets, they're not going to do good in the playoffs. I know that the refs suck. They're letting players like Jokic get away with a bunch of crap. This is why I think they call him the Joker. Is because the refs are a joke when it comes to him. Definitely the worst refs this entire season. I agree with you, Brendan. Brutus says, Durant block, let's go Rockets. Yes, Durant has several blocks. He's been really good on defense, but man, the Rockets need to get their act together. We only have a few minutes left. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And they're down by 4. We're on break right now. They got to find a way to beat the refs. Şengün has gotten 3 fouls in like 3 minutes. He's got 4. They're calling fouls on him like nobody's business. But he's getting nailed over and over and over again with Jokic's forearms. And what do they call? Nothing. I don't get this aggravated at any Astros games or even Texans games. Never. Never. And this is like I'm telling you, this is why I really had to stop watching NBA. It's total BS across the board with the refs. Come on. Johnson is at the free throw line. Now both teams are in the bonus. 108 to 104. First free throw is up and in. 5-point lead for the Nuggets. Next free throw is up and out. Rebounded by Thompson. Nuggets have missed a few free throws here down the stretch. Shepard with the ball brings it around. Nuggets are playing pretty high out there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Şengün. He doesn't have it. Out to the wing. Jabari Smith for 3. Nothing but net. 107 to 109. Rockets down just by 2. 2:10 left in the fourth. Johnson with the ball over to Jokic near the foul line. Şengün on defense. Jokic backs it in. Oh, stripped away by Durant again. Nice as Jokic tries to shoot. Smith gets the ball over to Durant. Rockets with the ball down on the other end. Shepard at the top goes in the lane all the way in and throws it out to Smith over to Durant. 10 seconds. Şengün wide open at the foul line. Yes, nothing but net. The game's tied. Good look there by Durant. Nobody was on Şengün at all. He was just inside the foul line. 109 up with 1.5 left in the game. Murray with the ball, looking for somebody. Throws it to Jokic at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Murray guarded. He decides to take the long three-pointer and makes it. Are you kidding me? With these freaking rainbow three-pointers? Because they don't have anything else. They have to take the three-pointer, and they make it. Can't make a free throw, but they can make the three-pointer. Shepard with the ball. He shoots the three-pointer, and he rattles it down! Shepard answers. 112 all. The crowd was completely stunned by that. 1 minute in the game. The game is tied. Murray goes inside to Jokic, kicks it out to the corner. Weird shot, but it goes in. Johnson makes a three. No, that was Jones. Made a three-pointer. A weird-looking shot, but it rattles it in. It's 115 to 112. Nuggets. 45 seconds left. Shepard gets around. He's dribbling it around looking for a shot. Doesn't have it. Şengün, shoot it. He had the three and didn't shoot it. Now Durant has the ball, shoots the three, and it's in. Durant for three. It's tied up again. 4 straight three-pointers from the Nuggets and Rockets. 30 seconds left. Murray brings it down. Come on, Rockets. Win it right here at the end. Stop the Nuggets and then get the game-winning shot. Come on. Jokic with the ball. 20 seconds left. 7 on the shot clock. And there's a foul called. Is that on Şengün? That's 5 fouls on Şengün. Blocking foul. Five fouls on Şengün. Murray goes to the line. They're in the bonus, so he'll shoot. Goodness gracious me. 18 seconds left in the game. Murray at the line. Nice. The first free throw rattles out. Game is still tied. Let's see if Murray will try to make it or if he'll deliberately try to miss it and get the rebound. It's in. 116 to 115. Nuggets up by 1. 15 seconds. Şengün with the ball. Şengün working his way in. Spins around. Gets to the foul line. Gets into the lane. Goes inside. Leans in. Rolls it in. It's good. It's good. With 2.3 seconds left. Rockets take the lead on Şengün's drop-in. He worked it all the way in the lane from the top of the key. Turned around, left hand mini hook, rolls it in with 5 fouls. He barely hangs in there to take the lead with 2.3 seconds left here in Denver. Wow. Man, this game is really, really crazy right now. 2.3 seconds left to go in Denver. Rusty says, let's go Rockets. You know, it's crazy that we're at this point in the game, only have 6 people watching. How can I only have 6 people with a game like this? That's crazy. Man, I'm a little confused about that. But we have 18 likes on the live stream, so that's all good. All right. Wow. Come on now. I need the Rockets to win this game. I need them to win this game so it can help my health. The Texans win yesterday. Rockets beat the Nuggets at home. Give them their 5th straight home loss. They absolutely need this win. They got to have it. We're back. Murray going to bring it in from the side with 2.3 left. Adams into guard. Jokic. Amin Thompson draws a foul before the ball is even brought in. Hardaway Jr. was running around to try to get the ball before it was even brought in. Thompson gets called for a foul, and now they're discussing it. Rockets are immediately going to challenge. We're going to see if it's a flop. Because they're saying that the commentators are saying that they're saying that Tim Hardaway Jr. was running around Thompson and tried to stop and slipped and fell. and then they called a foul on Thompson. So the Rockets are challenging this. Let's see what happens. It looks like they trip over each other. Let's see the replay again. It looks like he tripped himself. Wow. It's not even clear that he touched Thompson. It looks like he tripped over his own feet. Man, this is a really important call right here. Very important call right here. Houston's commentators are saying it looked like he tripped himself on his own leg. Or his right foot clipped his back left heel. Yeah, he tripped over his own leg. Absolutely. He was not touched at all by Thompson. He tripped over his own leg. He tripped over his calf. His right foot went over his own left calf leg, his calf muscle. He tripped himself. Tim Hardaway Jr. tripped himself and fell down, and they called a foul against Thompson. This should be overturned. Oh, they're saying that Thompson made illegal contact. They get the call wrong. It's an away from the ball foul, and they're going to give anyone on the team a free throw. My God. Refs get it wrong again, not surprisingly. Murray is going to shoot the free throw. Let's see if he rattles this one out too, like he did the last one. Here it comes. He makes it. He's going to get another. The game is tied. No, he doesn't get another. They get the ball. It looks like we're heading to overtime right here. Rockets were 1 point away from winning and lose a challenge. Jokic shoots a three for the win, misses it, and we have freaking overtime. Wow. Yeah, Miguel, 19 likes, almost to 20. Almost to 20. Oh, it says 20 on my screen right now. I'm not sure if that includes my like or not. I liked it myself. Overtime, crazy game. Yes, it is. Man, I didn't want overtime, but refs tried to give the game away to the Nuggets, and they couldn't come through with it. A team that is getting the game given to them by the refs obviously doesn't deserve to win it. But even when the refs are giving it away to you and you still can't win, pathetic. Oh, man. Why are they playing Welcome to the Jungle? I don't consider playing the Nuggets at home the jungle. Rockets' field goal percentage is 52.4. Nuggets are 50%. Rockets are leading them in rebounds by 10. They've got 4 more assists. Steals are almost the same. But the Rockets are leading in almost every category, and yet the game is tied. Why is that? I think it's because of missed opportunities. Off those rebounds. Jokic has 37 points. Şengün 28. Oh, yeah, the big deal with the Rockets, the main thing is 16 turnovers versus Denver's 10. So I think Denver probably converted on several of those to erase the Rockets' edge in the rebound category. Şengün has 5 fouls. Jokic has 4. I don't see how Jokic only has 4 fouls. I swear he has fouls. I thought he fouled out. And that he only has 4 is shocking to me. He actually should have fouled out by halftime, shoving off and hitting people with his forearm. I want to see the Rockets go crazy and score a bunch of points this quarter. I want to see Nuggets fans leaving this game in this first overtime. Here's the jump. Şengün and Jokic. Hey, Shepard gets it. Knocked out by Şengün. 4:50 left in this quarter. Overtime. Şengün with the ball. Takes it into the lane against Jokic. Spins around. Throws it to Thompson, but there was a foul. Is that on Jokic? Please tell me it is. Is that 5 on Jokic? Rockets will bring it in. Shepard backs up for a fake 3. Throws it into Şengün in the lane. Out to Smith for 3. No, he goes on the baseline. Doesn't have it. Shepard doesn't have the 3. 2 seconds left. He has to take the jump shot and rolls it. Oh, it doesn't go in. 4:20 left. Game still tied. 117 all. Murray with the ball. Trying to back it in on the baseline side. Fall away jumper, and it's good. No help on the backside. Shepard can't stop that jumper. 119-117 Nuggets. Jump shot by Durant. Rolls it off. Doesn't go in. Jokic with the rebound. He hands it to Murray. 3:45 left. Murray goes baseline all the way to the goal and gets a layup. Nobody on defense. Nobody. 121-117. Now the Nuggets playing like they want to win the game, and the Rockets are acting like they just want to go home. Shepard bringing the ball down with 3:40 left. Come on, guys. Shepard over to Durant. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Into Şengün. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Şengün backs it in, takes the one-handed jumper, and he doesn't get it. Gets stripped away. It gets stripped away from Jokic, but there's a foul. It's on Jabari Smith. 3:16 left. Nuggets by 4. Murray has the ball at the top, guarded by Shepard. Goes around the pick. Back to Jokic, to the wing, to Jones for 3, and he makes it. Of course, 10-point lead now. No, I'm sorry, 7-point lead for the Nuggets. 124-117. 2:50 left. Şengün for 3. No. He fakes it a couple of times. Goes around the baseline, lays it in. Nice. Beat 2 people, Hardaway and Jokic. 124-119. 2:37 left. Murray bringing it down. Throws it over to Hardaway Jr. Back to Jokic, hands it off to Murray. Tries to go inside, gets blocked off. Back to Jokic, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Murray for 3, misses it, comes up way short. Şengün with the rebound. Jabari Smith brings it down. Looking to get to Durant on the near side. 1-on-2. Goes inside to Smith, who has the wide open jumper. Nothing but net. Turnaround jumper on the baseline. 124-121. Nuggets by 3. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the overtime. In this overtime quarter. Jokic with the ball on the near side, guarded by Şengün. Tries to back in. Spins around, takes it inside, and completely blocked. He's swarmed by Durant and Smith, and they call a foul on Jabari Smith. Jokic will go to the line and shoot a pair. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game. He rattles in the first free throw. Nuggets by 4. Second free throw is up. Rattles that in too. Nuggets by 5. Shepard brings the ball down. Thompson is wide open in the corner, but they don't see him. Ball's over to Şengün. A minute and a half left. Defensive foul on Johnson against Durant. Three fouls on Johnson. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Shepard bringing it in. All the way over to Thompson on the far side. He's got Jokic. Out to Shepard. Fakes the three. Goes inside. Leans in. Almost gets the layup and the foul. The layup comes up short. But he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That's number 6 on Jokic. He's out of the game. Hard to believe that Jokic fouled out before Şengün did. He's probably got 25 real fouls this game, but they've only called him for 6. And he shoved him. He's just putting his arm on him. Just putting his arm on him and shoves him while he's late. Oh, they're going to challenge it. He clearly puts his forearm on Shepard and shoves him while he's laying the ball up. And the Nuggets are going to challenge it. You know what, though? I wouldn't be surprised if the ref says there was no bad contact. But he clearly puts his arm, and the crowd is silent. Whenever they show the replay, the crowd is completely silent. They know that's a foul. They know that's a foul. They showed the replay the first time. As soon as he goes up, Jokic puts his arm on him and pushes him. Okay, there's clear and conclusive contact by Jokic. The challenge is unsuccessful. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They got the call right. Jokic is out with less than a minute and a half in the game. 1:23 on the clock. Jokic has to sit his fouling arse down. Shepard goes to the line, sinks the first free throw. Rockets are now in the bonus. 122 to 126. Second free throw is missed and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Rockets ball. Wow. Shepard missed his free throw, but Şengün went inside to try to rebound, and it got knocked off of the Nuggets. Durant brings it into Şengün. 1:20 left. Rockets down by 4. Şengün goes inside, doesn't have it, looks for someone to pass it to. Come on, get some help. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson goes inside, shoots it from the foul line. It's short. Şengün can't get the rebound. Nuggets with the ball. 1 minute left. Murray with the ball. Goes around the pick. Şengün on rebound on the defense. He throws it over to Hardaway Jr. 50 seconds left. Back to Murray. Gets knocked away by Thompson. It goes back court. And they call a foul on Thompson. They call a loose ball foul on Thompson. And now the Nuggets are in the bonus and they're going to go to the line. Murray's going to go to the line and shoot free throws. The ball went back court and should have been a violation, but they called a foul against Thompson. First free throw is good. Nuggets now up by 5 points. Şengün has 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. He got his triple-double, but little good it will do if they can't win. 9th career triple-double. First this season. Second free throw by Murray is good. 128 to 122. Nuggets by 6. You got to shoot the 3. Come on, Shepherd. Shepherd looking for it. Doesn't have it. Nobody to pass it to. Goes to Şengün. Şengün goes inside and lays it in and gets the foul. Lays it in and gets the foul. They didn't have the three-pointer, but he has a chance to make a three-point play at the line. Okogie's going to come in the game. Jones with the foul. The free throw is up and in. 3-point lead for the Nuggets. Full court press by the Rockets. Hardaway has it. Gives it to Murray, and he brings it up the court. Okogie on defense. 30 seconds left in the game. 15 on the shot clock. Down to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Murray finally starts to try to bring it inside. Stops in the lane. He has to turn around and take an awkward jump shot and misses it. Thompson with the rebound. 14 seconds left in the game. Durant with the ball. 10 seconds. Down by 3. Timeout called by Houston with 6.8 seconds left. Rockets down by 3. I do too, Brendan. I hate overtime too. Now, if my team is down by a lot and they come back and tie it up like right at the very end on the last shot, I don't mind overtime because it's like they earned it. They came back, they tied it up, and now they have a chance to win, right? But a game like this, it's ridiculous. Yep, you're right. The female referee in this game has been really bad. Durant has gone over to her multiple times and asked her, can you explain why you didn't call a foul on this? Or can you explain why this is a foul? Do you know that he's doing this? He's putting his arm on, pushing off, you know. And then she's like, oh, no, this is okay, or that's okay. She's trying to explain it away, but she can't explain away that nonsense. Durant is a very calm guy when he talks to the refs, and he just wants to know why they're calling stuff or why they're not calling stuff. When she's sitting there trying to explain it away, it's like you just want to kick her out. I mean, the other refs are basically the same. Rockets about to inbound the ball. Jabari Smith is going to bring it in. Şengün for 3. It's no good. Way off the backboard. And the Nuggets get it, and that's going to be it. That's the game. 128 to 125, the Rockets lose. Şengün didn't have a good look. They threw it into him, and he wasn't even behind the three-point line. He had to jump out behind the three-point line and take basically a falling away three-pointer. He completely missed the rim. It hit the backboard. Nuggets got it, and that was it. That was all she wrote. Nuggets win. A terrible game, a pretty ugly game overall. And I'm going to blame this game squarely on the refs. I don't usually do that. But when I see Jokic just playing the same way he always plays, which is his whole defensive and offensive strategy is to just forearm and elbow everybody. And he gets away with it the whole game. They never call it, just constantly. That one foul they called when he pushed Shepherd at the end, close to the end, where he laid it up and he pushed him in the back. I'm surprised they called that. I'm surprised that they held the call because the Nuggets tried to get it overturned and they didn't overturn it. They held the call. I was shocked about both those things, but the rest of the game, come on. You can't just let a guy be elbowing and forearming your guys on offense and defense and just keep letting them get away with it. I'm going to give you a quick update on the stats of the players, and I'm going to get out of here. I don't want to dwell on this game. It was so frustrating to watch. So frustrating to watch. Durant with 25 points. Smith was 16. Şengün 33. Okogie 16. Thompson 14. Adams 3. Capella 1. Holiday 3. Shepherd 14. Rockets rebounds were 46. 38 for the Nuggets. Turnovers, Rockets 16. 10 for the Nuggets. That was a big deal. What about free throws? Free throws, Rockets were 73%, 19 for 26. Nuggets were 82%, 27 for 33. They shot 33 freaking free throws and made 27 of them. Rockets started off good on their free throws, but wound up at only 73%. If they had made better on their free throws, they could have won the game, despite the referee's nonsense. Three-pointers were terrible. 48%, it sounds good, but early in the game, they missed a lot. They did a lot better in the second half, but they took 25 shots, made 12 of 25. The Nuggets were 44% on their three-pointers. So they didn't even shoot as well on their three-pointers, but the key was that they made them in the second half. Rockets were opposite. They made some in the first and couldn't really make so much in the second. Including the last one to try to tie it up. Şengün's effort to try to tie it up at the end. That was the last three-point miss of the game. That's it here today. Anything in the live chat? Yeah. Not making it to the finals if we can't even beat the Nuggets, Brendan says. I agree. I absolutely agree. Berserk wants to know how is she a pro ref? To be honest, to be fair, how can any of them be pro refs? I mean, they're doing what they're told to do. They're not calling the game like it should be called. They're just calling it like they want to call it. Berserk says it's hard when you got to play the refs as well. Brendan, we just watched a dude trip himself and get a free throw. That's right. We absolutely did. Tripped on his own leg, got called. Thompson, I think it was Thompson that got called for the foul. Ridiculous. Temple Brutus says, thanks, Go, for calling the game. Good day, sir. Good day to you, Brutus. Thank you so much for being here. Brendan says we play the Nuggets 2 more times. Yep, and we need to beat them 2 more times. We've dropped games to them. I'm done dropping games to the Nuggets and Jokic. Jokic, I really can't stand him at all. It's like they pulled a guy, a fat, overweight dad off the couch and put him on the court. He can't run fast. He can't move fast. His only ability, I mean, he's not a bad shooter, but his only ability to help him get the shots is to bulldoze people. He bulldozes through people. He uses his fat, overweight body to shove people, bulldoze people, and foul people right and left, and the refs don't call it. It's total nonsense. Rusty says, awesome call today. Dang Rockets just can't overcome the refs and Nuggets. Yep. Can't overcome them when a guy's going to foul you 25 or 30 times in a game on offense and defense, and he's only called 6 times. Yeah, what can you do? There's nothing you can do against that. But that's it for today. I apologize for the loss. As I always say, I'm just the messenger. But hopefully we'll have a better result moving forward with the Nuggets and in the next game. The next Texans game is going to be on the 21st. At 6:25 my time in the morning, which is 3:25. 3:25 Central Standard Time. So 3:25 Central Standard Time on the 21st. I'll see you for the Texans-Raiders game. And as far as the Rockets are concerned, I think the next game is 2 days from now. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's right. They're going to play New Orleans. That should be a blowout. But, you know, you never know. On the 18th, 2 day. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's 3 days from now. Oh, we got more than a day or two off. We got 2 full days off. So on December 18th, we have the Rockets game at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'll see you for that game. I will let you know now, for those of you who care, on December 24th, Christmas Eve, against the Clippers. I will not be here for that game. The 23rd, the 24th, and 25th, I will have those days off because I've got 3 things to do. One is I've got to go to the government office and take care of some paperwork related to my disability. And then later that day or the next day, I'm going to meet with my tutors, my senseis, to have kind of a Christmas meal. I'm also going to my old Japanese language school to dress as Santa Claus and be with my old classmates for a Christmas party. And then, of course, on Christmas Day, I haven't made plans yet, but I'd like to do something special. I don't yet have anything planned with anybody, but at the very least, I'd like to kind of take that day off, and hopefully I can meet with somebody and do something, but we'll see. Yeah, you're right, Brendan. We play the Pelicans, so we should destroy them. Miguel wants to know if LeBron should be suspended. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. If he did something, I'm not aware of it. But my answer is I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'll look into it later on. Right now, I have some things to do, so I'm out of here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening in despite the terrible result. And I will see you all again in a few days. Until then, I wish you all the best. Much love. Go Texans, go Rockets, go Stros. And I'll see you in a few days after tomorrow's. Bye-bye.